up, everybody, and welcome to Big Dipper TV, the Queen City's original hip-hop show. I'm your host, Mo, and we are here live at the Crisis Assistance Ministry Center. We're here for the first annual Dress the Homeless Drive. We're here donating clothes, money, giving out food for the kids. Everyone's having a good time in the sweltering heat. But we'll be back. Come back. We'll be right here.
I'm Michelle Hamilton, and I'm the Development Officer at Crisis Assistance Ministry. Well, this is Crisis Assistance Ministry. Where you are is on the front lines of preventing homelessness and fighting poverty in Charlotte. Our agency started in 1975 when a group of faith leaders came together to see what they could do to support families in need. So we have been here 36 years, and our mission has remained the same. We are providing rent and utility support through the generosity of our community. We have a free store where families in need can come and shop for clothing and household items at no charge. If we can put a coat on a child through the generosity of our community, we've helped a mother or a dad pay bills with the resources that they have. We also have a furniture bank that provides furniture and appliances for families in crisis. And in that part of our ministry, we're primarily serving people who have overcome homelessness or are fleeing domestic violence. So we are helping people in need in as many ways as we can to help them move toward financial stability. The clothing drive that's going on today with Big Dipper is an amazing project. It's focused on men's clothing, which is one of the hardest things to get in our free store. It's one of the greatest needs we have, and we're thrilled that so many people are turning out to help with this drive. The agency is open for emergency financial assistance. We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and the free store is open Tuesday through Saturday from 9 to 5. We're at 500 Spratt Street, which is on the north side of Uptown Charlotte off of Graham. Our website is www.crisisassistance.org. And one of the things I want to talk a little bit more about the clothing drive today, because one of the things that is really amazing about this is people come from across Mecklenburg County to contribute to this free store. Thousands of families each year rely on the opportunity to come here to shop free of charge. Both families who have homes and are facing poverty and families who are homeless rely on us as well. So it's a great resource that happens only because of the generosity of our community and volunteers who are willing to come and help sort and help stock in the free store.
You came and dropped off a couple of bags of clothes, and we really appreciate that. How important is it to give back to the homeless?
Too important. Actually, everybody watching this right now should be out here. This is the first annual clothes drive at the Crisis Assistance Ministry. So if you missed this one, like I said, it's annual, meaning we have it every year. So come and support it. It's very important.
We've been out here. See, I got here like 9:30. Miss Debbie has been running since 5:30, so you can tell she's passionate about what she does, and it's a good cause because we see people coming up, and it's sad, but we love to give back and help them, right?
Absolutely. So we need outlets like this. Actually, we need more. So, a lot of people talk about doing stuff, but, I'm right here with Big Dipper TV, and they're actually doing it. So, it's a great thing.
Here's a kind of a surprising fact about this store. Half of what you see in here is shopped out every day. Every day. And this is not a small place. Now here's the good that you guys are really doing with this clothing drive and the focus on men's clothes. All of this is women's clothes. This little small spot over here, men's. Men somehow either don't shop enough or wear a bunch of old clothes. They just don't get rid of things. That is where all those pots and pans and dishes and things are going to go. We can hardly keep stuff on the shelves. As soon as you put it up, it's gone. And you think about how expensive it is to just buy a new set of sheets, or a few dishes, or just one pot. It's a pretty steep expense for most people. So we'll get that restocked in the warehouse. But this is men's, so this is why we really, probably when you early on talk to somebody to say, what do y'all need? It's like, men's clothes. That is why. But Marshall's just came and brought us these new racks for shoes. Work boots are one of the most frequently requested things. When people can get a job, but you can't show up without steel-toe boots. Yeah. or black shoes. A lot of, especially fast food places, you have to show up with your own black pants and black shoes. They'll supply the shirt maybe. But black shoes are something that people ask for often. Now, I wouldn't have thought about that before I came to work here. I mean, I've learned this since I've been here, but it wouldn't have been something that I'd have, I might not have thought about. This is the only free store of its kind in our community. There's some churches and places that have clothing closets, but this is really, we consider this Charlotte's Clothing Ministry.
We had a mom in here not too long ago who had come to our agency for emergency financial assistance. She had hit hard times and had a financial crisis. She had a job and was going to be able to bounce back. She just needed some help from her community. But here's what the difference was for this mom. She was facing utility disconnection. Her bill wasn't a lot of money, but she needed help to get by because she has a child with sickle cell anemia. So what that means, if she loses the electricity in her home one night, it doesn't mean just that her kids don't have lights to do homework or they didn't get a hot meal or a warm bath before school. It means that she has a child whose medication that requires a refrigerator spoils, and she has a child who's left without medication. That same mom, we met her when she came, after she received emergency financial assistance, we met her when she came into the free store that day to also get clothing for her children. So Crisis Assistance Ministry was an important opportunity for her to provide for her family, a hardworking mom who just needed a boost and was able to get it because of the generosity of our community.
Somebody said something to me the other day about my job or was it hard? And I said, what? I get to tell this great story every day, and I'm happy to tell it to anybody because I think it makes such a difference in the community. It's not, my job is raising money, but that's not really what I do. I mean, I'm matching people who have a passion to help with a really important mission, and people who really need some support, not because they make bad choices or because they're bad people.
Things happen.
The people just like us, I said that to somebody this morning. You don't have to go to any certain part of town. You don't have to go out of town. You don't have to go out of the state or out of this country.
2 paychecks away from being home.
That's exactly right. You're exactly right. And, the people that we all know, I wear my name tag everywhere. And, and I end up like I'm in the grocery store and people are like, hey, Michelle. I'm like, I don't know you. But one day, last summer, we had, the power was out. There was something going on with Duke where there was power out. It was nice weather, but it's hot. And the power was out in our lobby for a couple of hours and it came back on and whatever, we were hot, but we dealt with it. The next day I went down to Harris Teeter. I'm getting my little salad at the salad bar or whatever, and I'm checking out, and the girl checking out at the grocery store says, did you get your lights back on yesterday? And I said, yeah, we did. And then I realized the only way she would have known that is if she did. So it's people who are driving our kids to school, who are taking care of our families and loved ones in hospitals and healthcare facilities, people who cut my hair, who checking me out at the grocery store, serving me lunch at Bojangles. So it's an issue that I think a lot of people don't really understand, and that they tend to kind of stereotype.
Yep, and you should.
Those are people that just need more education.
Yeah, and it's not about
those are people that made bad choices, and those are people like me and you. That's really all it boils down to. But you're right. People
it's 2 paychecks away.
Two paychecks away. It costs $333 on average is the amount of money that it costs to resolve a crisis for a family. I think hers was really like between 50 and 75. So there's some people that need a little more, some people that need a little less. But when you think about $300,
how small that really is in reality. That's trivial. That's like
we saw. I think it was Urban Ministries or the Men's Shelter, or maybe the two of them together, that have done a study on homousness. And once a family becomes homeless, it costs like $32,000, and that's just in money. That's not the emotional and just all the damage that's done to their credit, to their
esteem of one thing.
Exactly. So for $333, we can keep a family from becoming homeless. I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer.
Or it's $30,000 again, which makes it. Oh my! I didn't know it was that. That's a number.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? Yeah, so the clothing that sometimes people think, oh well, I'm going to just get rid of this stuff, and there's someplace I can go drop it off. This stuff makes a huge difference to people. Really, if I can put a coat on a child, I have helped a mother pay for her utilities, or it's expensive to have kids, pay for her utilities or buy medicine, or a lot of the people that I was telling Lance earlier today, a lot of the people that come here have had to make choices just to be with us today. When they spent a day in our lobby, and today was not, they're not probably people still in the lobby today, but some days the line is so long, there are people there all day. So these are folks who, a lot of them have to make the choice to not be at work. And there are a lot of places you don't show up for work, there's somebody standing in line right behind you who's going to take your job, and they're going to take it tomorrow. Either that, or somebody has lost 20% of their income because they missed a whole day of work. And that's the story that we hear from people a lot, is that, mom had to miss work because she had a sick kid. The kid's all right. It was a flu or a cold or something, but she's missed a day or two of work. That's potentially 40% of her income for the week. That's enough to throw a family way off of balance, just financially. So that's what you guys are helping us do, just help people bounce back. So I appreciate you being